Hello everybody, it's vanburman here. Welcome back to another video. As you probably may have noticed, I've stopped doing my Arsenal ones because after the games because I missed a few and then it sort of didn't feel right, I guess, just to start them again. So instead, we're going to do an ad hoc video just talking about Emile SmithRowe very quickly. I saw the news last night that he'd been called up for the England team after some notable players dropped out, which is fine. I think the good thing is it shows how close he was to the England first team, which I mean I don't think anyone would have thought that he wasn't. If anything, I was surprised that he wasn't called up anyway. He's been arguably one of the best players in the Premier League, particularly over the last five games or so. And yeah, I don't know if you are going to be a manager that picks on form, which I have felt like Southgate does that more than previous England managers, I would have expected Emile to have gone. In much the same way that it wasn't a surprise to me when Saka was called up last year. Because he's a very consistent performer and also does it now for England as well. I don't know whether Smith-Rowe will play against either of the two teams, Albania and San Marino we've got. Definitely Albania, first one. But it doesn't really matter, to be honest. The fact that he's been called up and the fact that he'll be in and around the team, I think it'll be great for him. He's also earned it as well. And I guess selfishly, I would not like him to get injured before Arsenal play Liverpool. But I mean, that's going to be tough enough anyway. So we'll see. I'm surprised it took the dropouts for him to be called up, but I am glad that he has been. So I guess all's well that ends well, I suppose. But yeah, I don't know. It really did disappoint me the way that Southgate defended not picking him in the first place. It was very much along the lines of that. His time will come. He's still young. We don't always we don't have to give people the chance when they're young. We've got lots of more senior players that should be in the team, and that's fine and all. But if you've got a really good player that's playing at the top of his game, and especially compared to his contemporaries, is doing incredibly well, then surely he should go regardless of his age. Just my opinion. I don't think for national teams, it shouldn't really necessarily be judged on how well they have previously played for England. It should be how well they're playing at the minute. Don't get me wrong. If you've got a system or you've got a captain of a national team, then if they're fit, they go. I get that, but especially in central midfield, you've got a good number of options there, and it just felt like a really weak excuse, and it almost sort of said to me, or maybe I have obviously misinterpreted it incorrectly, that it might be another year or so before we would have seen Smith-Rowe in an England shirt. But I guess it's an easy win now that he's had people drop out for him to be able to put him in there. The stakes are relatively low. I know it's a World Cup qualifier, but San Marino, I think it's San Marino anyway, hopefully, and Albania, not the most difficult challenge for England. No disrespect to those two. I mean, obviously you never know. Knowing me now, would probably be like San Marino's first ever win over England. But the point is that I think, like I say, without meaning any disrespect to those nations, the England and the 21 team would most likely defeat their men's team. It's just the way it is, of which Smith-Rowe would have been a part of. So he's more than capable of being. What I'm trying to get to is the fact that he's more than capable of being involved in those games if Southgate chooses. But don't think it matters if he is or not. I think that probably goes for Ramsdale as well. If he's on the bench and he decides to start Pickford, then fair enough. Although Ramsdale arguably been one of the best keepers in the Premier League, not just English keepers, best keepers overall in the last 5 or 6 games, or since he joined anyway, I suppose. So yeah, it's a bit of a difficult one. I guess, like I say, the right things happen, and hopefully if he gets a chance, he will impress. And if not, then that's also fine, because like I say, just for recognition, it's not really. I don't think any more the Arsenal fans can do. It just the thing that thing with Smith-Rowe for me, Saka probably to a little bit of a lesser extent, but you just see the way that Smith-Rowe celebrates when he scores. And I know he's not a goal scorer, so he's not going to get goals all the time. And he sort of picked the ball. He sort of like picked up a loose ball and just had like a snapshot. But the thing is, he gets on target anyway. The point is that like just seeing the way he celebrates, how much he cares. I think I did read somewhere that he used to support Chelsea as a kid, potentially, or at least he did. He was released by Chelsea, wasn't he, before he joined Arsenal? But as a very small child. But I don't know, just the passion that he shows and how much how hard he works and just everything. It's so refreshing, and we can compare that against numerous players. I mean, just look at who he took over from in Özil. You just never saw that same passion from him. Not that Özil was technically not good, technically superior to Smith-Rowe. At the minute, I'd say Smith-Rowe's still got obviously a lot of learning and developing to go. He's only 21 after all. So, but you can't put a price on passion and work rate at all. Well, obviously you can put a price on it, but natural willingness. It just not every player has it. Not every person has it. So to see that from him is, doesn't sound cheesy, but like makes me enjoy watching Arsenal again, compared to, particularly the time under Emery. Just didn't enjoy, just did not connect with Arsenal in that time period at all. So it's good to see that, and I'm glad for him, and wish him the best of luck with England, of course. Hopefully he gets a start, hopefully he gets a chance to impress in England shirt, and yeah, I'm sure you will see the same Smith-Rowe that we've seen for England. We've seen for Arsenal playing for England. That's about it for today. That's all I wanted to say. Just talk about Kevin, Smith-Rowe, ESR, Mzinho, apparently. a little bit. Like me being vanburman, but there you go. Don't actually have any talent, so Emile was doing much better than I am in that regard. But anyway, point is, yeah, I'm really happy for him. In terms of, as an addendum, that's the end of that video. As an addendum, I'm up to date now with Crusader Kings 3. I know, football to video games. If you stuck this far, you probably don't even care. But there you go. Or you do care. I don't know. One or the other. And I'm up to date with it. I'm ready to go. Ready to play Crusader Blade or whatever it's called. I think they should have called it Crusader Lord. Manor Lord. Crusader King. Yeah, or Banner King. I don't know. There's lots of play on words. There's lots of good play on words with that. So yeah, so I'm going to put a little poll up with just some starting ideas that I can go with, and I'll do some different ones. I did play the tutorial faction and played them through to sort of their more logical conclusion, I suppose. There's still some stuff I don't understand, or I don't understand why things work the way they work in Crusader Kings, but I've got the basics down, which is good. I've been successful, and yeah, I was able to take over the whole of Ireland, which was quite interesting, which was going to be one of my options for starting players, but I think I'm going to switch that up to do something else now in that slot. So we will see. Anyway, thanks for watching, and yes, I will see you very soon. Bye for now.